Welcome back to our discussion on Chapter 2 of our textbook Introductory Macroeconomics. We'll continue what we left last session, where we study about the ordinal utility analysis with the help of indifference curve, where we study about the different combinations that a consumer would arrive and yield the same level of satisfaction. That's the indifference curve. In today's, we'll continue from there. We'll learn about these new concepts on budget constraint, budget set, budget line, price ratio. We'll make use of these with indifference curve to understand the behavior of a consumer. Okay, so we'll start with a budget constraint as a concept. You understand budget is nothing but how much you spend out of your earning. Earning is the income, spend is the expenditure. So whatever you study about earning and spending, that's about the budget. Okay, so we need satisfaction from consumption of goods, but we all know we have to buy them. So there's a budget involved there. So a consumer has fixed amount of money. That's the budget that he has. He has to spend on two goods. That's why he will have many bundles, many combinations to choose from these two goods if he knows the price of these two goods and the income at his pocket. Okay, and he can afford to buy these bundles only if it costs her less or equal to her income. He can't spend beyond what she has. Not it. You go to the market, you know the amount of money you have in your pocket, then you divide that money on two goods. In our case, it's bananas and mangoes. How many of mangoes, how many of bananas depends on the price and the income. Okay, so let's assume the price is M. The income is M. Price of bananas is P1. Price of mangoes P2. So knowing the price, he will buy X1 quantity of banana. X1 can be 1 kg, 2 kgs, whatever the quantity is. So knowing the price and how many he spent, this is the amount of money he spent on bananas, P1 X1. Similarly, if the consumer wants to buy X2 of mangoes, 1 kg, 2 kgs of mangoes, knowing the price P2 of mangoes, he'll have to spend P2 X2 amount of money on mangoes, but he has to spend on both. He has to choose different bundles. So if you add together how much he spends on bananas and how much he spends on mangoes, what you get is the P1X1 plus P2X2 amount of money he spends on both. So if she has at least this amount of money, she can buy any bundle that's equivalent to the amount of money that she has. Okay, so this is the formula. P1X1 is the amount of money spent on bananas plus P2X2 is the amount of money spent on mangoes. Add together, you get the income. That means how much you spend from your income. But it should be either equal to or less than the amount of money that you have. This formula here, 2.1, is called the budget constraint. The budget, the amount of money that you have, has a constraint that you must spend on that limit. Let's take an example. Suppose you have amount of money, income 20 rupees. You have money 20 in your pocket. You go to the market, you want to buy banana, you know it's 5 per piece and 5 for mangoes, same price. So you have to choose how many mangoes and how many bananas to be able to 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 get given your money income as 20. So if you know price of bananas as 5 and you want to buy one banana, and price of mango is P2, you know it's 5 and how many you want to mango is supposed to. So P1X1 is 5 rupees you spend on banana, and P2X2 5 rupees, 10 rupees you spend on mangoes because you buy 2 mangoes at 5 each. So 5 and 10 is 15. So you can spend 15 rupees, which is less than the amount of M that you have in your pocket. M is the amount of money or income. Okay, it's possible to do that. So this is one of the combination, one of the bundle. One banana and 2 mangoes. But there are many combinations that you can choose from to buy, to spend this amount of money that you have. You can buy 0, 0, you spend 0, or you can buy 0 banana at the price of 5 is 0, or you can buy 1 of mangoes at the price of 5, so you spend you spend 5, which is less than m. Possible, you still have 15 in your pocket. Or you buy 2 of mangoes and 1, you can spend 10, or you can spend 15 on these bundles. These are the bundles, 1 and 0, 1 and 1, you can spend on them. It's not it. So you can spend 0 and 0, buy nothing, or you can buy 0 and 1, 1 mango, or 0 and 2, 2 mangoes, 3 mangoes, 4 mangoes, or only 1 banana, no mango, 1 and 1, 1 and 2. These are the different combinations called bundles, and these are called the budget set. Okay, the budget set. But among these bundles, you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the bundles that if you buy this combination, choose this combination, you'll be able to spend the amount of money that is equal to what you have, equal to m. You spend 4 on mangoes, you spend all the amount of money you have, m, which is 20. You don't have any more money left. You buy 1 on banana and 3 on mangoes, then also you'll be able to spend all your money, 20 rupees. Or 2 and 2, also you can spend all your amount of money. 3 and 1, also all amount of money. 4 and 0, you buy only banana and no mangoes, there also you can spend all the amount of money that you have. These are the budget set. So budget set are nothing but possible combinations of two goods that the consumer can buy, can consume, he can afford from his income m, and the given prices of these two goods. Okay, so P1M X1 spend on banana on X1, on commodity 1, on good one, and P2X2 is the amount spent on X2. If you add together, there you will see how much you spend out of your budget. Okay, so this is called a budget constraint. Let's also read again a budget set. The set of bundles available to the consumer is called a budget set. The budget set is just a collection of bundles. These are the collection of bundles that you can choose from. It's up to you. It's not it. You can buy when you have the income 20 rupees and the prevailing price of these goods that you know. Okay, so that's about the budget set. These different bundles that you have there, which you call the budget set, what you can do is you can represent in a diagram. Suppose you measure mangoes here, bananas here, not it, and you plot those figures that you have different combinations, one of mangoes and 0 bananas, 2 of mangoes, 0 banana, 3 of mangoes, 0 banana, 4 of mangoes, 0 banana. You cannot spend 5 on mangoes because that will go to 25 rupees. You don't have 25 rupees. Same here, 0 of mangoes or 1 banana, 0 and 2, 0 and 3. These are the different bundles. Not it. You can plot. And there are times where if you plot, you'll find that there are points which is equivalent to 20 rupees, like the combination 0 and 4, 3 and 1, 2 and 2, 1 and 3, 0 and 4. That is where if you join these, you'll get a line. Okay, so let's read first. All bundles in the positive quadrant, this is the graph, is in the positive quadrant, which are on or below, which I either on the line, like this one, on the line, or below any point here, like this one point here, this one point here, this one point here, this one point here. These different combinations of bundles are included in the budget set. You understand? But the line here that you get is the equation P1X1, what you spend on X1, on bananas, P2X2, what you spend on mangoes, is equal to M, no more less than M. This line is exactly equal to M. So these are the different combinations equal to 1. 0, 4, spend all 20, 3, 1, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 4, 0. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That if you choose this combination, this or this or this, then you don't have any more money. You spend all money on these goods. You spend all the 20 rupees. This is called the budget line. You cannot spend here, you cannot spend here, you cannot spend here. If you spend here, then you'll spend 3 and 3. It's not possible. That will go to 30 rupees. You don't have 30 rupees. You can't spend any point outside the line. You can either spend on the line because you have 20 rupees, you'll spend all of it, or below the line, you'll spend less than 20 rupees. Okay, so points below the budget line represent the bundles which cost strictly less than M. Now, knowing the budget line, which is the amount you spend on X1, you know the price of X1, and also add together with how much you spend on X2, you know the price of X2, which is P2. Add together, you get M. You get how much you spend equal to how much is the amount of money that you have, the income, the budget. This is the budget line. From this formula, you can simplify to X2, solve for X2, M by P2 divide minus P by X, P1 by P2, X1. You get this new formula. Okay, and this formula will give you one intercept M by P2, which give you the intercept for mangoes. M, you understand, is the amount of money that you have, 20. P2 is the price is 5. It indicates how much of money, how many mangoes you would buy, knowing the amount that you have, the price of mangoes. So 20 by 5, M by P2 is 4. That means if you spend all your income on this mango, you would have 0 of bananas and 4 of it, 4 of mangoes. Spend all mangoes, then maximum you'll have 4, not 5, not 6. Same thing, M by P1. M is 20, P1 is the price of bananas, 5. How much if you don't buy on mangoes, buy only on bananas, you would get? You'll get 4. 20 by 5 will get maximum 4 bananas, 4 mangoes, 4 bananas. So these are the two intercepts of the budget line. And the other are there. If you join from these two intercepts, you get a straight line, which is called the budget line. So the horizontal intercept represents the bundle that consumer can buy if he spends an entire income on bananas, M by P2. Similarly, the vertical M by P1. Similarly, the vertical intercept it represents the bundle the consumer can buy if he spends their income on mangoes. This is the vertical intercept here. This is the horizontal intercept. How much you would get if you spend all on this one or all on this one and 0 of the other respectively. Okay, and this part here of the equation P1 by P2 minus P1 by P2, this explains the slope of the curve. What is the slope of the curve? The curve can be this slope or this slope or this slope or this slope, but this has this distinct slope. So what is the slope? Is minus P1 by P2. You know P1 is 5, P2 is 5, 5 by 5 is 1, so the slope is minus 1. What does it mean when you say minus 1? That is the price ratio. P1 by P2 is a price ratio, and the slope is P1 by minus P1 by P2, and we in our example is minus 1. Okay, so what is the relation between these two? Any point on the budget line represent a bundle, we know, where you spend all of your income on you spend the entire budget. You understand? Any point on this line, here you spend whole 20, here you spend whole 20 rupees on the budget line. Okay, so to have one more bananas, you have to give up some of the mangoes. Earlier you have 4 and 0 banana. If you want to buy one banana, you cannot buy 4 mangoes anymore. You have to buy only 3. You have to give up 1. So that is the slope of the curve, minus 1. So you have to give up 1 mangoes to get one more bananas. You have to give up 1 more from 3 to 2. You have to give 1 more bananas if you want to spend 1 more on bananas. Similarly, 1 more you have to sacrifice. You have to be able to buy more of bananas. You cannot have more of both because you have to only M budget. You have only 20 rupees. So if you want to have more of bananas, you have to buy less of mangoes. You have to substitute. That is the meaning of minus 1. Not it. You have to give up. You have to reduce. Okay. So what you get is that with P1, she could buy P1 by P2 quantities of mango. With 5 rupees, you could buy only one of mangoes. And if you want extra banana, when she's spending all income, you have to give up P1 by P2. If you want to have extra one more banana, then you have to give up P1 by P2, that is one mangoes. Give up -1. Give up mangoes to buy more banana, as we have seen. That is the meaning of the slope of the curve. Okay, since you don't have much income, you have only 20 rupees. Okay, so what you get is that the absolute value of the slope of the budget line, that is the slope, you have the value, the absolute value, measure the rate at which the consumer substitute banana for mangoes and spend the entire budget. You understand that slope of the line indicates how much you have to substitute. The slope of the line indicates that -1 P1 by P2 indicates how much you have to sacrifice to give up mangoes to buy more of bananas. So that is the meaning of slope of the budget line, which is equal to the price ratio. Okay, but remember the minus, sacrifice. So that's about it, and we'll continue next class from here to find out what is the equilibrium if you know the indifference curve and you know the budget line of the consumer.